God, it's so good. So good. So good and tasty.
Saw dudes, I'm a simple man. I love Titan. I love Heart of Inmost Light. But Bungie attempted to rob my life from meaning when they nerfed it. But no matter what they do, they will never take it away from me. Combined with my favorite exotic fusion rifle, Delicate Tomb, this build generates heaps of ability energy. Everyone knows that this season is putting arc subclasses on steroids, but with this setup, HOIL will be a staple in builds once again. Let's get started. For the super, I ran Thundercrash. You really can't go wrong with the super as it provides heavy instantaneous damage. It also serves as a barrier champ nuking tool since this build has no inherent anti-barrier properties. The lift is up to preference, but I use catapult lift. For the class ability, I actually use Thruster. Its low cooldown plays well with Heart of Inmost Light's exotic perk, and reduces our melee and grenade cooldown further. If you really feel a need to use a barricade though, you can use either the Towering or Rally variant. The melee of choice is Seismic Strike, which blinds on impact with an enemy, rendering unstoppable champions defenseless. The grenade I used was Pulse Grenade, and for my aspects I went with Knockout and Touch of Thunder. Knockout provides us with increased melee damage when dealing critical damage to an enemy, as well as healing and amplification upon a melee kill. Also, we can use this aspect to proc Heart of Inmost Light's trait, even without Seismic Strike being charged, since the knockout melee counts as an ability. Touch of Thunder causes our pulse grenades to create Ionic Traces, refunding ability energy, buffing and reloading Delicate Tomb, and further allows for more ability regen. For the fragments, I went with Spark of Resistance, Beacons, Amplitude, and Shock. Resistance gives us some added damage resistance and strength for reduced melee cooldowns. Beacons allows Delicate Tomb to be a crowd control monster capable of blinding crowds of adds and majors. Amplitude gives the build another outlet to generate orbs and allows for faster super regeneration. Spark of Shock allows our grenades to jolt targets, helping us clear adds, pump out more damage on majors, and stun overload champions. Let's move on to the armor mods. Starting with the helmet, I use Special Ammo Finder, Harmonic Siphon, and Ashes to assets. If you feel the need, you can always switch Ashes for Heavy Ammo Finder. With the gauntlets, I slotted Grenade Kickstart, Bolstering Detonation, and Focusing Strike. On Heart of Inmost Light, I ran Harmonic Resistance, Harmonic Reserves, and Charged Up. Charged Up can be changed for another Resistance or Reserve mod. For the legs, I ran Recuperation, Innervation, and Harmonic Scavenger. Finally, on the mark was Bomber, Outreach, and Powerful Attraction. Powerful Attraction can be swapped for Distribution or Reaper. Always shoot for 100 Resilience for the added damage resist and reduced class ability cooldown. After Resilience, prioritize Discipline, then Strength. As I stated earlier, arc subclasses are roided up. The artifact mods you should use are Technicolor Siphon, Electric Armor, Thunderous Retort, Amped Up, Shock and Awe, and Lightning Strikes twice. Even though these mods are nice to have, this build will continue to be strong in the seasons to come. I have one main weapon loadout that I've been using throughout testing. I run Submission in the kinetic slot, Delicate Tomb in the energy slot, and Hothead in the heavy slot. I crafted my Submission with Subsistence and Swashbuckler. If you don't have Submission, another great option is Rufus's Fury. A roll with Demolitionist and Hatchling will go a long way in all kinds of content, and plays well into any subclass. Delicate Tomb is the star of the show. This exotic fusion has a chance to create Ionic Traces on kill, and gets overcharged after collecting an Ionic Trace. After collecting one, the fusion gains Tempest Cascade, where its next shot jolts targets. It's great for general ad clear and melting champs. With this in the build, we will be giving ourselves plenty of opportunities to get our abilities back. Hothead is just a good DPS option, especially in fire teams. I just chose it because it's easy to get, but you could always sub it out for Apex Predator, which is from Last Wish. The game loop of the build is throw a grenade at a crowd to jolt them and create Ionic Traces. Collect a trace to activate Tempest Cascade on Delicate Tomb and fire this at a beefy target or mob. Save your melee for threats so that you can blind them or use it in another crowd if need be. Whenever Thruster is available to use it so that you can empower both your melee and grenade. Rinse and repeat. I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it helpful. I plan to release another build and weapon review soon. Best of luck and thank you for watching.